Hi Jess, you knew how to do the adding of the fractions, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to do this one when you're subtracting the fractions. So you need to get the denominators the same, and the number that goes into both of those is 12, so it's something over 12 minus something over 12, and to turn that 4 into a 12 you times by 3, so we need to times the top by 3, so that'd be 9 over 12. I'd like you to finish that one off. For this question, I think you'll kick yourself a little bit. Remember that these three angles add up to 180 degrees. So if you add those up, what you've got is 2, 3, 4 x's minus 20 equals 180 degrees. And if you solve that by doing the same to both sides, you'll get the value of one of the x's. Now with this question, we've got one of those shapes, so let's see if I can do that as a highlighter. Oh, that's a bit big. Let me make that a little bit smaller. There we go. So what we've got is that shape there, which is like an F shape. So that angle and that angle are equal. So we're going to have x equals 123 degrees. And the reason is the angles are corresponding. Now, I'd like you to go back and do that on the sheet that's on Shobi, and I'd like you to write down the Welsh word for corresponding. So remember, that's corresponding as the F shape, and if you had that Z shape and these two angles were the same and that was parallel, in English it's called alternate. So I'll need you to look up the Welsh words for those. Finally, this question, you've done it half right. So what we've got is, it's a bit like two questions. It's like you treat that as one question, and then you treat that as a separate question, okay? So, and we can go through these in one of the lessons if you'd like. So we've got 14 is less than 3n. So n is less than, you had the right idea about dividing by 3, 14 over 3. So n is less than, and 14 over 3 is, what's that, 4 and 2/3. And then we treat the other part as a separate question. So 3n is also less than or equal to 21, so you divide by 3, 21 over 3, so n is less than or equal to 7. Now, it's worth doing a little number line here, so we know that here n is greater than 4/3, so 4 and 2/3. But we also know that n here is less than or equal to 7, and it could be equal there. And it says an integer, and an integer is a whole number. Okay, so the numbers that this could possibly be are from 5, 6, and because that's got an equals to there, we can also include 7. So the answer is n equals 5, 6 and 7 if it's an integer, because it has to be between those two values.